All right. This is episode 123 of the Beginning of the Week podcast. Let's dive into this episode. Let's go. All right. Well, if you're like me and you're here with us today, then hot diggity dog, you made it through, man. You made it through. You made it through August. And thank you, Lord, for making that happen right there, man, because now we get September, man. Septiembre. You know, September is that dirty little trickster month. You know, it's that friend that shows up, you know, in a bunch of cozy flannel and sunglasses because they have absolutely no clue if the day is going to be serving up some cool, chilly air or if it's just going to be a full-blown damn heat wave out there. And you know, because one minute you may be carrying I don't know, man. You may be carrying because it's that spicy month. It's that pumpkin month. That pumpkin spicy latte month. You know, you may be carrying one of those, and the next thing you know, you're just, mid-afternoon, you're just sucking down a damn popsicle just to survive the heat. You know, because it's basically September is just basically that improv month, I guess, if you want to say that, because of how unpredictable it is. But anyways, man, it's good to be here with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's Labor Day. Yeah. And man, Labor Day is it just happens to be on this beautiful Monday, and hopefully it's treating you all right or well, and I hope you're doing the same. I hope you're doing all right for yourself on this day off, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. Maybe doing something truly American, whatever that is, whatever it is, like I don't know, like man, what would you do on a Labor Day, huh? What's something truly American that you would do, huh? Maybe a hot dog relay or something, something like that. And I don't know if you know what that is, but that's a damn pastime right there. That's when you pass one of those beautiful beefy franks, mouth to mouth with somebody. While you're sprinting down a damn neighbor's yard trying to dodge, sprinklers or little blow-up floaties or dog toys or whatever, whatever it is, man. Maybe you're doing that caliente de perro, if that's how you say hot dog. I don't think I said that right, but, I think I just said that dog's hot, but that's just what it is, baby. That's what it is, because we got the day off today. Maybe you're just enjoying the poolside weather right now, living that dream, that dream. You're out there while your little, I don't know, fun-sized husband is just out back just roasting up a damn rotisserie chicken over a citronella candle or something like that, because he likes, he likes to do that poultry game out there, over that low flame. And I guess that's just how he, turns that polio. But that's kind of crazy if you think about that, huh? Yeah, twisting a little chicken wing over a little itty bitty, lighter flame or something. That's something special right there, if you ask me, man. Because it's Labor Day, Who knows what you're going to do today? Who knows what anyone's doing today? You could just be relaxing, in your bed, or maybe you're just full out, just in the yard, just relaxing in a little hammock or something. Just swaying back and forth and just letting the wind just touch your little beautiful curls on your face. Just living the best life that you can. While the kids are decorating their faces with some I don't know, something like melted ice cream or something like that. They're just in there just playing avant-garde, on each of their eyebrows or whatever, and the dog's just underneath them, just just circling, just trying to wait for one of those beautiful little damn, that little furry Rumba is just waiting for a little drop to hit the floor so he can just lick that thing up, man. And thing is, you don't care because you know what? It's Labor Day. And that's what it is, man. You could be doing nothing, and that's great too, man. You could just be, you could do whatever, man. You could wear whatever, you could, because no one cares, dude, because you don't have to do anything today, and that's all you really need to know, man. Whatever you're doing, I just hope this holiday's being kind to you more than anything, man. And that's exactly what I think our founding fathers would want. But anyways, man, again, happy Labor Day. I guess since we're on Labor Day for a second, I thought I'd tell you about a couple jobs, that I had earlier in life. I had this one gig at this Mexican restaurant called Tijuana Junction, and I was a waiter. Not a good one by any means, nothing like that. But I did show up. I carried plates and dishes and silverware and all of that, and didn't catch anything on fire. So I suppose that's something right there. But this place was run by a little British lady, who was always ripping those butts. You know what I'm talking about? Those, she was always chain smoking those little cool cigarettes, those menthols. And boy, she would just, she would do that like she was just training for the damn nicotine Olympics or something. But she just back there and she just sneak back there and just, like my aunt smoking those old gold cigarettes. That she'd sneak out back and down one of those and just wreck her time. And then come back and pretend to speak Spanish. Like it was, it was something, man. It was almost like Mary Poppins, auditioning for like telenovela or something like that, whatever it is. But but that was, she was something special, man. She means something dear to me to this day, and I'll never forget about her. The kitchen, man, the kitchen was, it was all Mexicana, or at least half of it. They had this one guy, I think he was a Ecuadorian or something like that, I guess. So I guess that made him Mexidorian or something. But whatever he was, whatever he was, it was, these guys could cook like nobody's business more than anything, But I worked the floor and with this other dude that I still keep in touch with today, and about halfway through our shift, man, we would just grab a couple of those to-go cups and fill them up with margaritas. And then we'd suddenly, next thing you know, after downing like 3 or 4 of those things, ooh, boy, we felt like we were the fastest waiters in the Southeast. By the end of the night, we weren't just taking orders, man. I guess we were just making strong suggestions or something like that. But and then delivering food to the wrong tables. But dude, I liked that job at that time, man, because it was my first job at any restaurant, and or I should say any business really. Because after mowing people's lawns and I did a little signage, when you put signs in the ground and that sort of deal, and some other jobs here and there that you didn't really need to fill out an application for. But But anyways, that guy and I, we used to sneak margaritas, and then we would call the restaurant and place a to-go order. And when no one came to pick up their order, we essentially just put all that stuff in our car so we would have dinner for later, because the owner of this restaurant wanted us to pay for our own meals. They wanted the wait staff to pay for their meals, and we said, "Oh no, we ain't doing that. We's a taking this shit to go for free, because that's what we do. That's what we did." But that was exciting. That was an exciting time. Man, where else? I also worked at a place where they sell vacation packages, and I'd go in there, high as fuck, dude, and I try to talk to these people about buying these vacations, almost like what are they called? It's like you share space, but you own, a timeshare. Yeah, timeshare, right? But I'd go in there and I'd be leaning over the desk like this, all eyes like halfway closed, and I'm trying to paint this picture of these, trying to paint this beautiful picture in their heads of, white sandy beaches and endless damn buffets, and just, I'm just like narrating this thing like a damn nature documentary or whatever, and I'm just making up all this shit, it's no big thing, I'd be like, imagine this, you're laying in a hammock, and the ocean's whispering sweet little nothings into your ear, and you have a man, that worked in the back of Tijuana Junction, but he doesn't work there anymore, but his name's Carlos, and Carlos is bringing you just pina colada after pina colada while the sun just hits your face and just lets you just breathe it all in, huh? And that's forever. Can you imagine that? You would have this vacation package forever. And half the time, they'd buy something, and the other half, I think they just wanted me to stop talking, I guess. I don't know, But because the other half would buy stuff, but somehow I'd convince these people to take this trip to Cancun or whatever, and that was a fun time for what it was. But eventually I got let go because of the company. They had to do cutbacks, and then I guess that includes me. So that's what that is. What else, man? What else? Oh, I had another job. I was delivering newspapers for a little while, and I kept delivering the papers to the wrong houses. So after about 3 weeks of that, they canned me pretty quickly because, that's what you get. If you don't, like, for me, I just knew that delivering stuff at an early age wasn't going to be the, my go-to. I wasn't going to be delivering pizzas or flowers or, sex toys or something like that. If I tried to deliver a pizza, man, some dude out there, some poor guy, who lives like 3 streets down the way or whatever, would just be sitting there wondering when he was going to get his beautiful pie or whatever. And he's like, man, when am I going to get my large pepperoni? Huh? And then I deliver it to some other house, and they come to the door like, and they're like, what? We didn't even order a pizza. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Cause I'm not good at directions, I'd be halfway across town, handing someone a bouquet, and it was supposed to be for the guy that ordered the real pizza or something like that. So I'm just not built for jobs where people are expecting something specific, something to show up at their door. If they're expecting something, I'm not that guy, unless you're cool with something, being late, because that's what I am, Sometimes I try to be as punctual as possible, um, but that's just what that is, man. But that was just some of the jobs that I used to have. But that's Labor Day. That's Labor Day. Man, what else, man? Well, around Labor Day, around this holiday and everything, we got, here in Asheville / Hendersonville, North Carolina, we have this thing that goes on. It's a festival. It's called an Apple Festival. And like I said, this always takes place around this time, Labor Day weekend every year. But this thing is like, it's like a farmer's market meets like a state fair almost. Because it's like state fairs of Southern living or whatever, and that should be a magazine if you ask me. But you see all types of stuff at one of these, man. You got apple pies out the yin yang, out the yang yang. But you'll see apple pies the size of damn freaking, an 18-wheeler hubcap, or apple cider that's so damn strong you'd probably, it could probably damn, power a damn Toyota Corolla or something like that, or at least or at least a small bike of some sort. But, and then you always got this one guy out there. And he's out, he's like, you always have some guy juggling shit. It's probably a couple Granny Smiths out there, a couple of them green, those beautiful green or beautiful red apples. And he's probably wearing overalls because we are, we're in the South, but he's doing that and probably wearing a damn unicycle helmet or something. But you're like, what? Like, he's not on any bike, but maybe in case one of those delicious fruits, decides to land on his domicile or whatever, then at least he's protected, But I mean, man, this is this festival. This is local culture at its finest around here. You walk around and you'll hear some bluegrass music and and that stuff's just drifting down, through the air, through the air passages of everybody, just playing its little heart out, and you'll see damn people just like clog stepping or 3-stepping or 4-stepping or two, that's what it is. It's 2-stepping. You'll see them out there just 2-stepping and they're just damn shoving funnel cakes into each other's mouths and just spitting on each other and just, living the dream, And the thing is, no one, like I said earlier, no one gives a damn of what you wear. You could wear anything, overalls, flip-flops. And guys, again, shouldn't be wearing flip-flops because you got those ugly-ass troll toes or whatever, We don't want to see your Gargamel-looking feet walking around. That's not cool, man. Stop wearing flip-flops. Okay, guys? Stop doing it. Sorry, I got a little aggressive there, but you'll see church hats, and maybe you might see a big thick girl just wearing a t-shirt from like 1996 or 98 or something, and of some family reunion on there, and on the back it probably says like, I don't know, like cousins by blood and friends by choice, trouble by nature, something like that, or man, what else can I come up with real quick? Or like, more cousins than teeth. That's what you'll get. That's what you will get around here in the great Appalachian Mountains. You get that sort of thing. But again, man, no one cares. No one cares what you wear. The last time I went to the Apple Festival, I saw this lady clogging All right, wearing those beautiful handmade oak shoes or whatever. She's out there in a dang chicken suit, and she's holding this dang I mean, it looked like a calf leg, but it was like a turkey leg or whatever. And that thing was the damn size of a dang toddler. But she's out there just crunching away at that thing, and she's holding on to it like she's carrying the damn, like Snoop Dogg was carrying the Olympic torch, that sort of thing. But because there wasn't anything coming between this woman and this dang chicken select. There's no possible way anybody could ever get involved in that or get in the middle of her and her food or her little poultry delight or whatever. But overall, man, it's a good time. We got, there's a parade that comes by, and people are in wagons and just doing dipping and just pouring gravy on themselves sometimes here and there, throwing popcorn into each other's, just everywhere. I want to say into their, just at each other, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's just a good time to see people, be a part of the community, and also just enjoy the company, I guess, man. The company, the laughter, what else, man? I guess it's just the simple joy of just being together, I guess, because, a couple of years ago, we didn't get that. We had that COVID hit and nothing was happening, but that was so long ago. But again, man, I guess if, next Labor Day or whatever, if you get around to it, you should visit Hendersonville or probably not Hendersonville because there's not much going on down there, but, visiting Asheville around this time and then going to check that out. It's a hearty good time, man. So, man, what else has been happening? I guess we could jump into a little news, huh? Yeah, we could do that. Let's see, what's been going on? Oh, one thing I wanted to do, not to get off a beaten path and, beat that thing up some more or whatever, but, or stray. But I guess this all involves the news, of course. What I wanted to say was I wanted to, I wanted to pay my respects to the families in Minnesota, about what happened last week. That kind of hits home for me because my father was raised about like 10 miles away from that area, so I know that. I kind of know that area. I've seen that cathedral. I've seen that church. I've driven past it. I've walked past it. So that just, of course I'm not from Minnesota, but I definitely feel, I definitely feel their pain about what's happening there, so, just trying to remember those lives that were lost last week. 2 people got shot, 19 or 18 people were injured or something. So all those grieving families out there, friends, families, neighbors, all, like, the whole thing, man. Like, you guys are in my thoughts more than anything. And all the people in Minnesota, man, they are some of the nicest people that you will ever meet. And it's just so sad that all this stuff that has to happen to, with of course the George Floyd incident that happened like 6 years ago or however long ago it was, and a couple other things that have happened up there. The Minnesota Vikings and their new cheerleaders. Sorry, trying to make a lighter note on this tragedy, I guess, but yeah, and then now this, it's just like, come on, man, what are we doing? And again, man, it's just this personal connection that I feel because, I go up there almost every 2 years or so to just take me back to the old farmstead and see like where my dad was raised and going to where he went to school and it's just, they're just kind people up there, So I'm just really it's just sad, man. Like and the thing is that the worst part of it is this guy, because I'm gonna call him a guy, man. And the news will beef it up to something else to where it's like, they're starting to say like and this is probably something that I probably shouldn't say on here, but I guess I'm going to, and I'm not saying that I agree with it, but they're saying like they're wondering if this person hadn't been trying to switch sexes or flip the coin on his gender or whatever. They're just saying that if he hadn't been taking some of those medications that to try to change, that maybe the dynamic in his body or whatever wouldn't be so all over the place, let's say. Meaning, if he wasn't taking these medications, then maybe his mind wouldn't have gone to that place of trying to do what he did. So, but I think that's all just, that's whatever, man. That's the media. The media will stir up shit. And I just don't like the media, man. I never have. I never will. They're just a bunch of just vultures, man. But my thing is he went into this church and he went after kids, man. Like that's the thing. That's the line drawn. Is when you go after children. And they're saying like the police needed to do something. And it was like, dude, how can the police do anything when the shots are coming from the outside of the building? Like he didn't, and he tried to get into the building or something, into the church, but I don't know, man. It's just a sad time over there. So I'm just, I'm just sending out my love and my compassion and just, strength to everybody that was impacted up there, and my heart goes out to all of you guys, man. But the news, man, they'll twist your dick into making it a damn non-dick. They will, just like the other days. Apparently, and I know this is probably horrible transition. And that's what happens sometimes on here. I'm not a good transitioner, I think. And that's weird to say after me stating what I just said. And because I'm not, but apparently, some twisted freak, some damn internet wizard or whatever you want to call him, decided that he was gonna hop on X or Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, whatever, man. Like they should have just left Twitter. X just seems too adult, I guess. It just seems like I need to go into a grocery store or something and buy a couple titty magazines, and then the next thing I know, I'm just at a Korn concert. You know what I'm talking about? But we'll get into that later. But somebody announced that Donald Trump was dead. And look, man, I'm not here to talk politics. That's not my thing. I'm not into any of that. But, like, literally, why don't we just get rid of X? Why? Like, why? Because all we got are these people out there that are fucking high on whatever, man. High on... and I'm not saying whoever put this out there was high on something, but let's be real, man. If you're doing damn, if I guess this article or this news or whatever, it kind of has that feeling of just snorting lines off a damn Google Chromebook or whatever, that they're just doing that chatter chalk right off of their fucking, keyboard or whatever. And that's what kind of energy written this has on it. If that makes any sense. It just, it just has that feel to it that some guys out there just lonely in his damn, in his dim lit apartment, and he's just surrounded by damn empty energy drinks, and he's doing no-dos and thinking, you know what the world needs right now? You know what the world needs right now? Just, how about I just type in, some fucking fake shit, dude. Some fake presidential, obituary, I guess. Something like that. Like, I don't know, man. At this point in time, I don't know. Maybe the problem isn't just it's a rumor mill, man. That's what this X thing is. It's basically a 24/7 open mic of night of conspiracy theorists, clout chasing fucks, that one guy who thinks who thinks Twitter is still a good thing, and it's not. Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, dude, is not a good thing. Honestly, I say we damn shut it down for a week. That's what I suppose. That's what I'd propose. Let's detox out of this thing. Let's see how many people, after not having it for a week, let's see how many of them come back to it. We're already in front of all these monitors and, cameras and all this other shit, Like, how about we go out and touch some blades of grass? Remember how that used to feel? Remember what the sunlight used to feel like? Go to a damn apple festival. Do something like that. Go feel on a pair of some good old-fashioned Southern bells, some damn sweet potato pillows. Go do that. Go feel on one of those. She's got a pair on her somewhere. These Southern bells around here, woo-hoo, boys, they are. You see ones out here that'll just knock a squirrel clean out. Right out of a damn pecan tree. From about 20 feet away. Go out there. See one of those. See a couple of them. Go see some first prize winning country fair tits. Quit being this incel, fuckers, fuckeries, fucker-doos. I don't know, man. Just that shit just annoys the shit out of me. And I'm probably a little bit of the problem, for putting out like this or whatever, but it's just, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on X. I've never been on there, good God. Still do something, dude. Still have something in you. Go buy damn 3 jars of some homemade peach preserves, you know what I'm talking about? And down those suckers. That doesn't mean, it just, I don't know, man. I'm starting to get so worked up, It doesn't seem like, doesn't that seem like a better time to go do that instead of putting up some fake ass news? And I remember, I remember one time my buddy, he bought what was it? He bought some peach juice one time, and he decided that he was gonna pour it all over his girlfriend's body while they were hooking up, and And afterwards, after they got done and everything, that room smelled like sex and a damn Georgia orchard. You know what I'm talking about, for like a week too. And you're like, God, even he had a cat. Even the damn cat was just purring some Southern accent after that. He was like, and I don't know. I can't even do. Let's see, Southern. Hey man, hey, wow man, hey. Nope, I don't know. I can't do a cat. I can't do cat Southern. Okay, I can't do Southern. Southern feline. I don't do that. But I'll say one thing: nothing will make a girl more horny than her, her favorite fruit, snack just being poured all over her, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's just me flipping my thoughts into a dang wishing thought well, but I guess try that out sometime, Go get some strawberries. Go get chop up a little banana slice and put it on her, Do something special for her, But damn, man, what was I? Sorry, I'm getting off track. I always get off track. There's nothing new with that. But this whole Twitter thing, man. This whole Twitter thing, it's just some of the, and, karma's gonna come back, dude. Karma is gonna come back and beat their ass, dude. That's what it is. Believe it. I believe it. I believe that karma's going to start ruining some of these lives of these people that are putting out this fake shit, dude. And I hope it does, man. I hope it ruins their day. And I'm not that way. Usually I'm a happy-go-lucky person, but when I hear shit like this, and I don't care who's in the presidency. I don't care if it's Donald Trump or if it's Biden or if it's Reagan or Nixon or any of that shit. I don't care, But you start making up shit like that, and then next thing you know, like, people start getting ideas in their head. And that is not something we need in this country. Not those types of ideas. We've already had that. And look where it got us, But I guess, what I'm saying is, if karma comes out for these people, I'll tell you one thing. My day would be a hell of a lot better if karma did, man. If karma did come by and just stop all this, stop all these people from putting out this fake stuff, then I just think my day and other people's days would be a lot better. So, just shut it down already. Shut down X already. It's just killing us. That's all it is. Killing us. But, sorry, man. It just makes me a little perturbed, okay, or angry, just because it's all garbage. The whole fucking thing's garbage. But I don't know. Let's get into a little bit brighter subject for a second, huh? So, and speaking of media, I guess, because that's just jumping into this thing, right? And then after that, and afterwards, maybe we'll go, I'll let you enjoy your Labor Day, because I know you guys got stuff to do and got some fucking, some grilling to go have and just some, patting each other on each other's asses and just making it feel nice. I want you to enjoy your holiday. So, but it says right here, at a recent Korn and System of the Down show, a New Jersey's Met at if I could at that moment. Okay, let's do this again, huh? At a recent Korn and System of the Down show at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium, a man was allegedly seen masturbating in a seat shortly after the Korn show began. So, dude, this man was out there, and I guess just really buttering up his own corn, huh? Like he was, like he thought. I mean, like, I guess he thought like the concession stand ran out of snacks, and he just had to make his own his own cream corn on the spot, I guess, or something. But this man, he's out there, and he's just, he's doing masturbation. And he's not just doing it by himself. He's doing it in front of a crowd of people. I'm talking about, from what it looks like, and we'll put it up there, this, or at least this guy, whoever this guy, what was his name, man? Let's see. What was this dude's name? Can't believe I'm going to type this in. Man. Damn pop-ups, man. I hate pop-ups. Let's see. Man caught masturbating corn shows name. Huh? Let's see. Joshua Skornavachi. I mean, I guess that's Swedish and dang Italian or something. I don't know. Let's see. What is let's see, what is Skornavachi? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what now, not ancestry, history. I don't know, man. I'm trying to look up what Skornavachi is. Is it Italian? Here. We'll do this. Is Skornavachi Italian? Let's see. It means Skornavachi, the origin. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, man. I was trying to look at the origin, because that's a unique name right there. Oh, okay. It says Italy, Argentina, Brazil, and Australia. Oh, and the United States. But, okay. Skornavachi, man. Oh, hi. What can I do for you today, Skornavachi? Hey, it's Skornavachi. Oh, well, I guess, wait, it's not Italian. Is it Italian? Yeah, I did say Italian. Hey, it's Skornavachi. He's fucking jerking off at the corn show, huh? Yeah, I know that's just a bad accent. I don't know. I just don't do accents. So, anyways, but they goes on to say another concert goer climbed over the rows of the seats and punched him in the back of the head before security and police moved in on him. The man resisted, holding on to the wall in front of him, but was eventually escorted out. In a twist of anger, angered many of the crowd and fans. And the fan who threw the punch was reportedly arrested. Some attendees even buying him merch after the show to show his support. So this guy comes up and just sticks this dude right in the face, or right in the back of the head, or whatever. And everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, yeah! You play with yourself on your own time, Skornavachi." Hey, is that Skornavachi over there? Go fucking hit him. Yeah. I guess that's better, huh? Hey, that's Skornavachi. Hey, put your back away, Skornavachi. But man, and this guy resisted. If you take a video, we aren't gonna put up in a video this dude jerking off. But it's kind of funny if you take a look at it. But anyways, what else has been going on, man? Not a whole lot. I sat down and watched that movie together. That was something to see, I guess. I don't know exactly what the ratings on it was, but it was something different. You knew it kind of reminded me of what was it? The Thing. I think it was The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, you know, and like the dog would like mute. Well, I don't want to spoil it to anybody if you haven't seen it. The end was weird, but also, I don't know. Maybe I'll get into that next time, huh? I want you guys to go enjoy your day more than anything. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to bounce. I hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day, and I hope you guys treat each other with some sort of respect. Get off Twitter. Get off X. Go pour some damn marmalade all over your girlfriend and set her outside and just, you know, have a good time with her. Maybe both of you can rub jam on each other's stomachs or something like that, or, you know, maybe even give each other a little neck massage with some grapefruit, you know, something. You know, do something this Labor Day, and if you don't, then that's okay. Do nothing if you want to. It's Labor Day. Enjoy the time that you have with your kids, your family, your neighbors, yourself. Scarnavaci, I bet he's enjoying himself, you know, right now as we speak, and is, you know, by himself in his little dim lit apartment typing on this Twitter shit. God, I gotta get off of it. But anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for joining me today. And I hope you guys have a rested well day and weekend or week, I should say. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Sometimes I have a tough time closing this thing. So anyways, stay true to yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you next week, all right? Be well. Stay safe out there. See you, man. Scarnavaci.